guys, it
Yeah,
had
let's
to
go for it.
happen. It had to happen. Origin and I will. We've casted a couple, and originally I was gonna do this with Linglad, but as Linglad, I haven't really casted with Linglad in like recent times, and Linglad is kind of busy most of the time, which is kind of sad. Maybe we'll do one with him as well at some point. But yeah, so I have a couple of tiers here, and it goes something like this. Like we have, let me just put it over here. Yeah, something along these lines. All right, so it kind of goes like this. Wait, can I just? I think I can. Okay, there we go. That's beautiful. Okay, Origin, should I share my screen for you?
Yeah,
So
sure.
you have it live. Okay, you should see it. So we have a couple of tiers here. We have the S tier, which is Caster's Wet Dream, which is the S tier. We have Exciting as A tier. We have Don't Mind Seeing It as the B tier, and it's gonna be, yeah, that ain't it, as the F tier. So let's do we go by? I think we can exclude workers, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, actually,
work
you know
kind of
what?
compulsory.
You know what? Let's do it like this. If we count the workers in, we're gonna count the workers that move towards proxy locations early on, you know, like instantly going for proxies like the SCV or proxy hatch or cannon rush or stuff like that. So that way we can actually include it.
Oh, you got actually a point there. Forgot about that.
All right. So let's start in the alphabetic order as it is over here. Whoever made this thing, I'm not sure if there's like any credits. This looks really badass, having the icons actually cut out, so you see everything as it is in the game. It's not like random portraits and stuff like that. So Adept, I think here we can count in the glaive upgrade as well. Personally, I would put it in Exciting with glaives, and Don't Mind Seeing It without that.
I gotta agree there. You must know if it's obviously with gloves, it's usually can be a depth pressure, or usually the 8-gator depth all in. Now you see those shades are going across there. So yeah, A with gloves, and
Yeah, with glaives.
B, yeah, it's kind of the norm.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I don't mind seeing it, but like, meh. Exactly. Archons. Now, I think this is a B, honestly.
Yeah, B. The only time where you see Archon real play, but you don't see it a lot. It's like any exciting. It's like obviously a Dark Templar into Archon drops.
Yeah,
and
that's.
guys might be like the highlight of those War Prism and
Oh
Archons.
yeah. Oh, now you're telling me, like with the War Prism, it would be really cool. Yeah. Then it would be like A minus or B.
Yeah,
I don't mind seeing it.
Thing is, it's not common a lot anymore.
You know what? We'll put the prism as that. We'll count the prism. Let's just go for like units and their upgrades. And potentially go for only the upgrades. All right, carrier. As a caster, honestly, carrier reminds me of that bullshit meta with like double Stargate Void Ray and like hour-long Zerg PVZs. To me, this would be an F. Yeah. Okay, I see. We kind of agree.
If it was a minus, it would be an F minus.
Wait. We could actually add the row below.
Forgive me, chat. It's just been a rough day full of carriers. Okay? I've been dealing with 2 base carrier bull dust the whole day. So.
Oh my god, yeah. So we have the carrier. So yeah, that's gonna be it. FF.
It just feels like someone shot a projectile in my eyes, and my eyes is burning every time I see a carrier now. So
yeah, basically. All right, Colossus. Where would we put this, Origin?
I'll say Colossus was a decent B. I'll give a Colossus a B. Especially with tonight's clan. I would say Clan War. I saw a bit of Colossus macro in that. Not your normal macro, so it was a decent B. We'd go for it.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing it either. It's like a staple in some matchups. Dark Templar. Now this is an interesting one, because depending on what you have here, I would actually put this in S, because it makes for exciting plays.
Yes. Especially, you got that proxy doc DTs coming.
You know it. Okay.
It's a game changer.
Disruptor. Now call me crazy here, but I'd say this is only an A. Yes, it's fun to see stuff blown up, but it's kind of overused at this point. It's always the Disruptor. You somehow, it's like we have a saying in Hungarian that every road leads to Rome. It's basically every build ends up on the Disruptor as a composition.
Yeah, and the Disruptor just blows the hole to Rome, but yeah. Just in context, I'll say just in context, as you guys know, yes, the Disruptor is a markable unit, but the ball, you still click on the units and the ball will follow whatever unit you click it on. So
yeah.
It's A is a good one for it.
Now, High Templars, on the other hand, where would you put this one?
High A, entry S.
Yeah, I feel like A at least, but I can consider it S with those plays when you hit the perfect storm. It's like I even remember I have like a clip on the CSO YouTube channel where it was like a highlight and they were like raiding us. The Cranky Ducklings were raiding us. Shout out to Light VIP for that raid ever since then. And it's either them, and I think them and OSC, maybe? I'm not sure. I think it was a Cranky Ducklings, but I'm not sure. But shout out to them anyways. So basically what happened there is as the raid was coming in, and I was like, the huge storms! I was like screaming, I think it was for Jumi having like a game against one of the Terrans or something. And there was like a Terran, I think it was Nicaract versus Jumi. So in that case, and like feedbacking spellcasters and all that stuff is like, yeah, it's crazy good in my opinion. So in that case, yeah. I can see it in S. Immortal. Now remember, we're not talking about the Prism Micro, the Immortal and stuff.
Immortals, I've seen sometimes guys would just push the Immortals in front, and they soak up a lot of damage. So I say A.
A or B. Why A? Okay, tell me why A. Why would this be exciting?
Oh, first of all, how Immortals can actually start a step, especially on the back line, soak up the damage on the front line. That is a bit of a game changer also regarding that line, especially with the shield battery. Not shield battery, shield barrier.
Barrier, yeah. Yeah, that's also true. Like now with that, it actually can do a lot of stuff and can make like, for example, I remember when I was playing Pro DOS, I had like good moments when I just started step by Immortals into the tanks and just 2-3 shot them, like not even 3 shot them, just 1 shot them with like 4 or 5 Immortals, playing against mech and stuff like that. I think, yeah, you convinced me. Mothership. First of all, we count the new mothership, not the minus 400, 400. This is the new minus 300, 300.
I'd say some of the players I've seen, especially with players using a mothership like an arbiter. I'm not mentioning name.
Yeah, the arbiter actually. That arbiter plays with like.
I give it a.
Yeah, I also think A. It's like it doesn't surprise you that much because you know what it can do. But I don't mind. I'm actually excited when I see it. So yeah, it's.
It surprises you when it's warping in your base or doing a mass recall into your base.
Yeah. All right. Observer, I think this is a B.
Yeah, B.
I don't mind seeing it, but like gathering information can be exciting as well, but you generally like it's like it's invisible, so you don't actually have to worry about it. Oracle.
Yeah, that's a tough one with the Oracle.
I'm thinking B or A.
B. I think a B.
Yeah, it's kind of a standard.
If you talk about Oracle abilities, yes, it's your obviously, your ward that you can put down. That can be kind of big at times, but that's also according to if you're going to play Oracle style with Stalker. It's all unit comp, but in general, down the road, I'll give it a B.
Yeah, same. I mean, at this point, we're kind of used to it, so they don't really catch us by surprise. There's not that much of quote unquote randomness, if we can call it that, with the DTs, for example. It's like the player controls the Oracle. We're kind of used to it. With Adepts, it's like you kind of shade and you finish the shade and then you just find yourself like a whole mineral line and you destroy it and then you shade after it and then you catch another one and the player just whole chaos and everything just gets let loose and one needs to split, the other needs to micro and macro behind it and stuff like that. Same with Templar, but like Oracles, I think the most exciting thing about it is if one player messes up and doesn't have detection and just blinks into a huge chunk of stalkers or something into a stasis trap.
Yeah, that's where I commit. Unless you see more commonly a double 360 Oracle, but there will be but that's B would be the best way going.
The double 360. Okay, so Phoenix.
Mass
Phoenix? This is a weird one as well. Is it exciting? Honestly, I'm trying to think because I don't see Phoenixes that often. It's like versus mutas.
Yeah, but it's not exciting when you see the mutas or vice versa because it's like the better matchup. Phoenix beats mutas. I suppose when it snaps down, Medivac with maybe 8 Marines in it. It's exciting, but chances of seeing that, it's not really a lot. I give it a B.
A B? We're giving it a B. Okay. Okay. Probes. Let's think about Protoss proxies. I think this is either A or S.
A probe, I gotta agree there. A or S,
especially with the cannon rush.
Yes, cannon
causes
rush
a lot of chaos.
If it's a proxy, cannon rush.
Yeah, I think it's a well executed, a printf level cannon rush. Actually, you know what? A Dave Testa level cannon rush where he builds a fucking nexus in the enemy base. Just to wall off something. I'm still so grateful for that game. I mean, Dave said I don't even know if he sent it in or I got it, but I casted that and it was such a chaotic PvP, dude. Oh, I remember it vividly. Like, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing, actually, how nice that was. So I think, do we put the in S?
I'll put it in S.
Okay. Sentry. I'm
I'll
pretty sure we
say
have
an
to
S.
talk about force fields.
Correct. Well, good force fields. Yeah, Sentry's going to be a tough because
Parting level
it's
force fields.
yeah, it's like A,
Yeah.
but it also can be S. And you know, the only thing you don't see a lot is like, okay, you'll see hallucination to scout, but that's about it. You won't see a guy will say, "Oh no, I'm going to go hallucinate 50,000 colossi," for example. So yeah,
Yeah, about the 50,000 hallucinated colossi. Let's not talk about it if you don't mind. We don't talk about that moment anymore.
Wait, did I miss something? Or I forgot something from
I
me?
mean, you were there, Adam. when Yemio just sniped me.
Oh shit! Yeah.
The one with the mothership recall with sentries and hallucinating and making the statement of Colossus Imba. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it on as A.
You know why I put it in A? Because I look back at Parting's match versus Sue, the one that's like so popular. I think it was Rumba's favorite series, where Sue opens 12 pool in all 3 games, and the 3rd game, Parting literally just creates mazes all over the place on Eternal Empire. Or was it like Eternal Empire? Yeah, that's the map. And dude, that's I remember like created a J and they were like, oh, the letter J, the number J. The number J. Blink Stalkers. Good Blink Stalker micro. Snipes. Sniping.
I'll treat it like the Adept as basically Blink Stalker without Blink B, but with the A, with the Blink and A. I think.
Do we put it in A or we put it in S? S would be like top tier Blink micro.
Oh, you can put it at S then, I think.
I'm trying to think if I'm seeing like top tier Blink micro quite enough. You know what? I'd put Sentry in S, and I'd put because of the force fields, like, because that's exciting. Like that's a caster's wet dream when you see that that level of force fields and blinks as well. So that's nice. Tempest. With the new Tempest, I think they're quite exciting. Because now they actually can run away and they have more uses. They're more like cheesy game components. So I put it in A, yeah. Okay, Voids. Honestly, we have our first F, I think.
Second F.
I mean,
yeah,
might as well just show that you're a good player and just build a fucking Oracle. I mean, when I see a Voyager, I'm like, okay, nothing else. Never mind, nothing happening here. We just grab the next story from the shelf. Come on, we have 5 more minutes until something happens.
Genuine avoid out. Well, your most matchups you'll see it as a standard will be obviously a ZVP. So obviously, if a Stargate opener will either go Oracle or they'll open Void Rave. Void Rave will obviously deny scouting. That's I'll say an F. It's not going to do much. It's not exciting. It's like, oh, Overlord's dead.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And if it's not, then it's mostly because of the Zerg player just managed to juke it. That's exciting, but that's not because of the Void Ray. Usually you don't see it. You're like, oh wait, this Overload just survived? What the hell? Alright, War Prism.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the goat. That's the goat of Protoss.
Yeah, I feel like it. No debate on this one. Like, Immortals, Colossi, Disruptors, Templars. DTs,
Stalkers.
Archons, Stalkers, whatever. Like, you micro it, and if you manage to do it smoothly, once again, I have to bring up parting on this one. You guys should actually check out the Kings of Starcraft episode with parting, like about parting. There's a clip where he on Death Aura, he micros 2 immortals in a prism so much that he destroys like 10 Ravagers or something, and even Roaches, I think. And he just kites back towards his base, and the Ravagers just cannot do anything. It's so frustrating from the Zerg side, but it's so exciting to see it. And I remember, just to give you like an experience that I was also part of. There was this CSO Cup where it was almost all Protoss, and I remember Arrowfire was playing Proxy Robo in every single match, and he had this game versus Forjumi on Ancient Cistern, and I was like so excited. He was like literally just spamming those immortals onto the ground, back to the prism, onto the ground. Dude, like, hits camp weapons and not Zerg. Yeah. I know, Samo. I know. I know that one. I feel you. I don't know why. That's like, I guess Zerg is just, overpowered, or maybe Zero, but we don't have that debate because apparently it's not nice to actually have debates about that.
Yeah. Zealot.
Okay, this is a tough one. Because this can be, if it's like a well positioned counterattack that just literally cleans up everything, and it's like a super chaotic game, then probably. But it also can be like an F.
Yeah, it can be a A.
Oh, we're not we're not talking about how good they are, Samo. It's like how good, how exciting they are from a casting standpoint. Like how excited can you be as a viewer and a caster to see Zealots, Okay.
Well, like Zealot with a Warp Prism again. Without the help of the Warp Prism, it wouldn't be as exciting, especially if they come like Warp Block 8 Zealots in your main base, or charge knots. But
Sam has a good point. 4-gate Zealot Rush Flower. That elevates it.
Maybe to A.
Yeah, I guess with that we can put it in an A. That's like S tier excitement when we see a flower, especially because that's not that common. Then, yeah, like, I don't mind seeing it, but it's also not exciting, so it ain't it. But that flower just elevates it. There's like, when you pull out of gas, and once again the excitement, like, does the other player realize what's happening, especially in, like, a charge lot all in PvP or something? That could be really exciting. So I guess, yeah, A is a good one. We can change it later though. All right, those are the Protoss units. What about the Terrans? Banshee?
Don't talk to me about Banshees.
Dude, just as you said that, it clicked, at the same moment. Like, wait a second, maybe we should put the Banshee in double F because of this last game.
If I was a dev at Blizzard now, I would delete the unit, but that's just me. Delete the unit and roll a patch update.
Oh my god. Oh, that was a good one.
The Banshees can be actually quite a naughty unit, I should say, especially I think. I say, I'm going to actually be reasonable. Because if you get match banshees, it's like, yeah, it's kind of super going match banshees because you can just counter it with its proper counter. But yeah, if it gets you unexpected, it can be quite exciting on there.
Okay, so we put it in A. I also think it can be
Yeah.
exciting, especially multiple banshees. So, and with what you call flying rotors or whatever that is. What's the upgrade name?
Yes,
I can't
yes.
actually remember. Yeah, so
That's something
basically
like
banshee
that.
speed. Yeah. BCs. From player perspective, it's double F. Other
That should
than
be
that,
renamed to BS, but yeah, you know what? If you go on a like a chaotic game, and also like it's a chaotic mech game. You know what I've seen more, I've experienced it. You know, it's a chaotic mech game, and guy would be, running by with Hellions and doing all crazy stuff. And then he will be like clumping a lot of BCs in his main. And then once he hits that mount with the right timing and all of that, mass warp into your base. Bye. So I think that can be an exciting point about it.
Yeah.
Regarding to that. But then that, if you see one BC come fly by, try to do damage,
it's usually the excitement of like how much it's gonna achieve and what's it gonna be.
yeah.
I feel like most of the time it's more of an excitement when the Terran player fails. It's like in WWE. It's like in WWE when they try to cash in the money in the bank contract and they fail. It's like more exciting, you know?
Yeah.
I think A is a good one. A is a good one. It can bring some excitement still, to, especially TVC matchup, for sure.
Cyclones.
New Cyclones. I think the new Cyclones, because this build is new, it can be S. Because how many Cyclones are we gonna get? How fast are they gonna mow down everything? How is the control on the player?
Yes, a lot comes into it, and it can catch you off guard. I've actually ran into I'll tell you something. I played on my alt account not so long ago, and I ran into a Terran. I actually did a one base cyclone push, and that it can actually become, I think, a S, especially on the timing heat and all of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be the caster's wet dream. For now,
Yeah.
as of recording this video, so as of the recording of this video, it is because it's new. Every new shiny toy is new. Yeah. Ghost, snipes, mass snipes. Oops, what did we do?
To me, I don't know. The snipes are exciting, but still, it's like that double, because you must know, especially with the snipes being nerfed, is you won't see that straight away. How would I say? It gives more of a chance the other opponent to micro back to prevent, because you're still left with one hit point. So like you would have to do double snipes now, basically. As previous you would do thing. I'd say A, my side.
Yeah, A is fine, I think. It's not S because we know how powerful the ghost is, so it's not going to be like extremely exciting. But yeah, when you have like Templars and the ghost just EMPs them, you're like, oh my god, he EMP'd all the Templar, It's like you go crazy. But it's not going to be like you lose your mind and you're like, it's not going to be that level of excitement where you're like, you feel like this shouldn't work and they make it work, For example, somebody just doesn't micro the stalkers. I remember Stats versus Trap in one of the super tournaments. Trap was really underestimating the micro ability of the blink stalkers, and he went in and he barely blink microed. And Stats was blink microing his heart out, and he won the fight and almost came back from 0-3. Finally, Trap in the last game managed to close it out in a bloodbath of a game, I think, if I recall correctly. So yeah. It's like that's really really exciting and gives you chances for like great storyline and all that stuff in a game. Because that's something that we also forget in StarCraft 2, that the most exciting games are the ones that have like some kind of a storyline, you know?
Well, I think also what can be exciting regarding the Ghost is the nukes.
Ooh, yeah.
A lot of nukes.
Now I'm actually tempted to put it in S, honestly.
The nukes make it a S.
Let's put it in S for now. Alright, Hellions. It's either B or an A, I feel like. Now, I don't mind seeing them, but the excitement, I think it goes with... Alright, I don't see a Hellbat here, so let's counter that in as well. Like, count that one in. Hellion or Hellbat pushes are exciting when they actually do a lot of damage. Like Hellion run-bys, for example. But it's not going to be exciting to see Hellions just for the creep clearing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say B, Mauzy.
Yeah, because I would put it in A for like massive run-bys. Shout out to Keshev, by the way. He has some sick barbecuing skills. he should come work at the roadside diner. For sure. What you kill, we grill.
Yeah.
but like just for creep clearing and like defending lings, which are countered by Hellions, kind of. Yeah, that would be like F, but yeah, B's is a fair call. Liberators.
If
you ask me, yeah, most of the time, if you ask me, it's an F. Like it's...
Yeah, it's only one time I've seen it become a S. And that's when Keshev walked away from his desk.
Oh my god, yeah, that clip is viral, dude. Oh my god,
that's the one time I've seen a Liberator
becoming
S. You know, you smell the homebrew coffee Keshev is cooking up. Yeah. Other than that, if it's no homebrew coffee going with that Liberator, is a F.
Yeah, I think it's a F in general. I was considering putting it in the same category with the carrier because it's like a boring unit. Marauders. Proxy Marauder? I think it's fine. Mass Marauder can be exciting, but it's kind of dangerous.
That's a gamble. Well, generally, Marauder, you know, any Terran buyer, I think can be an A, you know, generally, because it's also, remember, Marauders, you will also macro to extent with also splits. You'll see also exactly the same in with the upcoming Marine coming up. You know, if you see amazing splits, you know, the guys go crazy.
Yeah. Fair enough. I think A is nice. To me, A is like the proxy marauders, you know, like, or something like they spot like an early Colossus and they go like mass marauders or something and just mow down the Colossi. Okay, Marines.
Yes. Marines can do, first of all, proxy 4x proxy Marine rush bunk with bunkers, exciting. Multiple prom drops with Marines, exciting. Marine splits, exciting. Marines when they drag their own water mine on top of their Marines, very exciting. So I think maybe an S. Even when they kill their own units with their own water mines, but yeah.
Oh my god. You know what's funny? You know what's funny, by the way? I was like, oh, my heart goes out for these. I want to put them in double F because they're so boring. And then you were like, proxy racks, okay, F. Then like 4 racks and like with bunkers, B. Then you're like multi-prog, and then like splits. I'm like, okay, S. So we worked our way on the top for the S. Medevac.
Yeah, no, good old Medibeans. Medivac, the core of Terran Bio. You got to give the Medivac some props. I think it can be a B.
Sickest with
B to
the
an A.
Medevac micro on the Cyclone from DLC.
I think, yeah, actually A would be actually quite good for Medivac.
I'm also thinking A or B. Oh, is it good enough? Because you don't really see that much Medevac micro on other than the like dropping, but like multi-prong attacks are good enough for a B. Mules.
Mules. You
just know it. You just know it. Right with the carrier.
If you go mass OC, orbital command, where you can deploy 40 mules and mine like nearly 6,000 minerals a minute, them, S++ class.
Okay.
Other than that, it's a F.
Are you talking about your mass nuke versus mass BC game that I casted?
Yeah. It's one of those units that only gets interesting when the game becomes boring. It's one of those type of the units.
True. Raven.
Raven is a tough one because it's a spellcaster.
But it's not one of the exciting ones, I think.
No, the only time I think a Raven becomes exciting is obviously with for life of me, I forget about that one. When basically a prevent not Cheetos dust,
the interference matrix.
Interference matrix, yes.
Yeah, in crucial moments.
Within crucial moments. So I say B.
Yeah, because you also expect it. Okay, Reaper. I want to put this in A or S. Because a good Reaper is actually huge. Also, there's a lot of Reaper builds.
I actually seen on like the Protea, and especially on the Korean Protea circuit regarding Reapers, it will be something like at one time I actually watched this one game, I think it was Maru versus Dark or something. And on the back side was a Liberator sieged up. And obviously Dark with his queens. Actually, Maru took his Reaper, used a grenade, launched the queens into that Liberator's range, and it killed those queens. So I say S,
good grenades. I think S. Based on these type of potential, this time, and just like seeing the Reaper bounce over a Protoss wall, for example, that's also really exciting in my opinion.
Yeah, I can jump over anything.
Yeah, basically. SCVs. Do we put the workers in S because there's like, you know what? With SCVs, it's especially S because you have to pull the boys strategies.
You have to pull the boys and you still
exciting.
survive. Yeah, that is exciting.
Okay, that's S. Okay, siege tanks.
If you like me on a bad day and you go YOLO, it'll be exciting into siege tanks and this die. But I say, between an A and B, you can get exciting, I suppose, if it's a choke point hold and a crucial choke point. But other than that, what's the most of the times you see siege tanks is either holding a 1 point, it's going to hold either point at the base or point at the enemy. That's about it. And yeah, especially, I think will be more exciting like on the TVT matchup because that's all about players' position on the map and waiting to move out.
Honestly, to me, TVT is the one that I would put it in double F4 because, it's so boring. It's like siege on siege, siege on siege, siege on siege. It's like, players crawling forward. I think tank pushes in like TVP are exciting because you contain people. And how much damage does he gonna take, how much the Terran can macro behind it, stuff like
Correct.
that. So I think somewhere in the middle with like a B, it's good.
I think the only time I would have moved to about A is if they had to use on the older patches the tank vac.
Yeah,
Because
tanky vac. Yeah, that would have been like even S in level of excitement when you just pick it up and drop it on the high ground and stuff like that. I've seen Nathanius. I've seen like YouTube recommended me like a video the other day with from 2016 when the tanky vac was thing. I think it was 2016. I'm not sure about the year, but yeah, basically was using the tanky vac.
that was broken.
Definitely. I'm lucky I haven't played against it, but it would have been really, really broken. Thors.
It's nothing really exciting with Thors because
Yeah.
most of the time you see them as in a mass clump, and that's about it.
Actually, Thor, one base Thor drop.
Yes, that can work.
Where do we start? Do we start in double F or F? Because obviously the Thor by itself is either double F or F.
You know what? I'll give props with the one base Thor drop and props for the. You know, I've seen that. You know that one base Thor SVC push out.
Yeah.
So I'll say F or low B.
Yeah, low B. I think it's enough because it makes enough buzz to actually get excited for like a Thor push. So I don't mind seeing it every now and then. Honestly. Vikings. Now I have an interesting fact here. Usually when Terran opens Vikings, especially as we learned from Nicaract, when there's a Viking, there's usually a BC follow-up. So it can be used as masking stuff, but other than that, I think the Viking by itself, unless we count that it can just snipe Colossi, and there's TVT where it's basically like who starts producing Vikings faster. I think other than that, I don't know, it's kind of like a Void Ray for Terran. That's how I feel about it.
I give it a F.
Yeah, this ain't it. The Widow Mines.
Okay.
Double F in terms of like hate, but as excitement, I think it's S.
What a month.
Especially like Widow Mine drops. Think of Milky Cow. Just think of Milky Cow.
Yeah, no, proxy factory, you know, just in the corner of your base, just rally a Widow Mines into a probe line. And
there's so many good builds. So many exciting builds.
Widow Mines-esque, you know, like I even mentioned with the Marine part, Widow Mines get the S for even killing their own Marines, so...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Bailing. I think this is an S as well.
It's S.
It's just exciting to see Bailings.
Or you can be like me, half asleep playing Starcraft. I press my D button and I detonate like all 50 Banelings I just morphed. If someone casts that, I think it will be the most excited, you know, thing they will see. Me detonating 50 Banelings on nothing.
Oh, no. Okay, I mean, Broodlord and Broodling, those go hand in hand. Honestly, even with the Broodlord changes, I feel like it's a snooze fest when you see Broodlords.
I played with the new Broodlord. It's you know what, you know, with the acceleration, I've got to say it's much better than what it used to be.
So
But
basically like Tempest? Are we excited now for Broodlords? Honestly,
it's just like, it's like, yeah, comes the Broodlords. It's not like, yeah, comes the Broodlords. It's
okay,
like, yeah,
then we don't mind seeing it. I'll put it this way. Changeling.
When a Changeling blocks a war.
Yeah, that's a potential. I agree. I'd say it's a B. Just like the
Also say it's a
Observer.
B.
You don't get as excited, but you don't mind seeing it.
Yeah, it's just those odd occasions where it will roll, you know, a whole bunch of up. You know, it's a special moments with it.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Corruptor.
Corruptor.
Without caustic spray, I think it's caustic spray. This would be double F or F. But when you consider that mass corruptors just move in and just be on something, especially, it gets kind of exciting, but you're not gonna scream out of excitement.
B or A.
Yeah, a B I think is solid. Because you're gonna see it versus certain compositions, and you see it for Broodlords. Actually, we shouldn't count it when it's for Broodlords, because, you know, it's not technically being used. Drone. I think this is also an S. Proxy hatch. Hatch in the wall.
Proxy, well, not proxy hatch. Or what you can do, you also, like on Protoss Natural, you can actually do an Evo chamber block. You build hatch, cancel it, and build an Evo on that creep that's left over there.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, so I think that's exciting. And it's S, because you can do a lot of... Well, is it S? Maybe it's A, because I don't know. You know what? I think proxy hatch just catapults it into S.
Yeah,
because when you see a proxy hatch, it's always exciting. Like, who's gonna thrive on the chaos?
Oh, proxy hatches obviously followed by a lot, because with the proxy hatches, there's spores involved and spawns and all of that.
Also, like, if we count that as 3 hatch before pool.
Yeah, we're not going there.
Hydras with the new thing. I'd say Hydra by itself is... I love Hydras. Everybody knows that I love Hydras. I make them a lot. But Hydras as themselves, from a casting standpoint, unless you catch something, just like with Stalkers or like Marines or something, it's not exciting.
Yeah.
I'm thinking B or F.
I give it a F.
Yeah. It's a good unit. I enjoy playing it, but I don't get excited as a caster. It's like, oh, here comes the Hydras, unless it's a Hydra bust. Yeah. But how much of a Hydra bust can it be nowadays? If I would have gave it a better score here, if the original idea of combined Hydra upgrades would have gone through, then I would have gave it, because then it's exciting. But I think this way is a low B or F, but I think we keep it in F for now.
Yeah.
Infestor. Oh, Windfester. I'm sorry.
Should I start with the Infestor, what we can do?
Yeah, of course.
Fungal, you know, what's exciting on our maps when, especially versus mech, a lot of Thors, you neuro all the Thors, and for occasionally, if you have a salty player you're versing, you know, just neuro the probe or SVC, build a CC or build a Nexus, so yes.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I completely agree. I was like moving up the tiers, you know. Okay, Larva. it's something you don't even know it exists at some point.
The only exciting point is when you hold down this link key and you got 600 APM coming with it.
Okay, A. Sorry, not the F. Poor carrier remains alone. Yeah. Let's do the locust with the swarm host together. I think swarm host. I'm thinking I think it's a solid A.
Oh, it's almost not as play. It's very unorthodox. It's a very funny play style also to adapt to, I think, personally.
But are
But
you
it is
losing your mind when you see it? Are you like, okay, one base swarm host, I'll give you that one. One base
no
swarm
one.
host is really, really exciting.
No, one base is because it's it's very uncommon common to come across, but when you do come across it, it is exciting. It also it keeps a person on their toes because, as you know, it's one base the swarmers with Nidus. You have to be on point with those Niduses, and so does the opposition. Otherwise, it can go very fast either way, and I think it's very exciting. It brings excitement to the game.
Okay, A or S?
I say a good eye.
A.
The only reason why that gives because you would only use it in your Nidus play. If it was more like into late game plays, then yeah, it's not viable.
Like you
But
get it when you cannot break someone, and you just need to trade 3 units. And if you like don't want to go like broodlords because they have Taurs, for example, then yeah, probably it's then it's fine and all. But other than that, yeah, you don't really go swarm hosts unless it's
yeah,
something
they're expensive
unorthodox.
as well. Okay, the MMA fighter, the lurker.
Oh yeah, the MMA fighter.
To be honest, between a B and a, it only can be exciting if you get like exactly same as a siege point. You get to the siege tank, you get to that siege point, or someone just doesn't see them and go run a whole army.
Hold fire, and just lash it out on people when they don't expect it.
Well.
But other than that,
yeah. Now say between a B and a.
Okay.
My.
Which one? Can we catapult it into A somehow?
Yeah, I'd say with the old fire and like guys march on it, don't scan or no obs, and A.
Okay. And it's also exciting on who's getting to lurkers first in ZVZ as well, usually. And if they go lurkers, then they force some kind of interesting response as well. So,
yes.
Yeah, I think
so. It's usually the response is usually on the opposition. I mean, it doesn't have lurkers. I've seen some people go like, not air. They will go like Nidus just to throw the lurkers back and keep them at home. That forces funny plays out of guys. Now the Muta.
Controlled well enough, I think it's an S. Also, yes, the surprise. Usually it's a surprise.
Yes. Your Muta, you try to keep it as that wild card in your pocket. So I say S.
Okay. I think the only excitement with the Overlord is basically just are you gonna scout what you have to scout, or are they gonna shoot it down from the sky before it actually sees what you have to see?
No, I agree there. So between an F or B, I would classify it actually like the ops. It's scouting.
Yeah, I think scouting is like a B. We don't mind seeing it. Now the Overseer. If we consider that there's Contaminate.
Mass Contaminate.
And I've seen more and more players use it.
I started recently using myself, and if I have to like cast my own game and have I have like 6 overlords full energy, and that contaminate like 6 barracks or something like that. It is exciting because first of all, contaminate. What is it, like 30 seconds? Something like that.
Yeah, it takes it out for a long time. It can be game ending as well.
Yeah, so it can be exciting. So I say good eye.
Yeah. Queen
means transfuse.
Yeah, I think the transfuse is the most exciting part of Queens. That's it. And since there's no Queen walk. Okay, Nidus Queen Queen Ling, Queen Roach. Those are
Yes.
exciting things.
I'll say a good A. Starting
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, I think we can count it as an A, like A minus kind of. Exciting when you use it properly, but it's like usually you're like it's gonna be there. I think it's more exciting when Hearthstone does like one of those challenges. I think yeah now I remember. So Hearthstone had this challenge of no injects. That was actually crazy, and he actually won a couple of games. Now, Ravager.
It's a potential S with the corrosive bowels.
Yeah, and usually when you see Ravagers, there's going to be a lot of damage done, most likely. Especially when they snipe stuff down from the air. I think that's
Yes.
like, you zoom in and you scream like, oh, he sniped it, oh my god.
How does Nero say it?
Oh, yeah. It's like, your base is on fire.
Corrosive bow.
Like, corrosive bow! But sire, they have drops now. Corrosive bow! But they have they have tanks as well. Corrosive bow!
Yeah,
They
there
have
we
Marines
go.
and Marauder sire. Corrosive bow! Like, bow! Bow! Like, but sire! Ah! Corrosive bow! Alright, such a good video, dude. Such a fucking good video. I love that one. Oh, that's...
I still have to see the video fully.
Oh, dude, we gotta watch it after the stream or something. Alright.
Roaches. Can be a potential A to S. Got Warrior Roach Burrow.
Yeah, Tunneling Cloud Burrow Roaches.
I'll say A.
Yeah, A, I think. It's not that exciting as a Ravager. It can be, but I don't think it's that exciting as a Ravager, Corrosive Biling, without Medivacs and stuff. Ultra
No, you spot on that. The mini lisks.
Small Tralisks. They just move in, they mow down everything with their claws. Usually it's exciting when you see Ultralisks, especially in a matchup where they shouldn't actually exist as a composition.
Yes. And they're also more of a surprise comp because if you look at the meta, you don't want your opponent to know you're going Ultralisk. That's the whole point as well. So I'd say a potential A, can be an S, depending, but more, I'll say actually an S. I'd give it Ultra S.
I always get excited when I see the small Trollisk coming out. So
Vipers.
I think there's no debate here.
I've seen actually a ZVZ where both players have Vipers and they actually yoinked the same Vipers, each other's Vipers. I literally went both sides, both Vipers in diagonal.
I think there's no debate here. It's an S.
Blinding Cloud, you got Abducts, you're crazy Abducts.
Hello, Aaron.
And yeah, I think it's S. And now down to the link.
Yeah, the link is it's fine.
That's it's a norm. You can always see a link. Yes, you can split with versus Baneling, but it's a common thing you see. Can get a bit exciting when you trade Link for Bane. That's about it. And obviously surround. If Burrow's researched, obviously be annoying and burrow in your enemy's base. Especially if you cause chaos. I don't know. It's a tough one.
I think it's an A.
It's
an A. It's definitely not an S because it just moves across fast and used for counterattacks. But it's still it's like the Zealot kind of. It's like a Zealot basically, but better.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you have it, guys. Thank you, Origin, for sitting through this little tier list here. So these are our takes on which units are exciting from a casting slash average viewing enjoyer, Starcraft 2 enjoyer as a viewer. What units make us exciting? This is our personal list. Do we change anything though? I'm looking at it. I don't really see anything that needs to be moved.
No, I agree there. I think we, covered the technical aspect of it. Gave a redo, reasonable props to, I think, all units. I think, I'm happy. Look,
Yeah,
but
memes aside, carrier is obviously an F. Not double F. We don't want to be like super disrespectful, so let's just move it away. Because it's a unit that you don't really see microed and stuff, so it's kind of it's not exciting. Come on, why can't I? Okay, there we go. Finally. So there it is. Wait, this way. All right, you got it. So yeah, if you want to impress us, guys, and we're casting you games, don't play Void Rays, Liberators, Vikings, Hydras, and carriers. Especially not carriers. We don't like carrier players. As Harsem also said, he was like, I hate mech play. He was like, I hate mech players with a passion, and they're like, and also Skytos players. Don't think I don't see you guys. You who like to drag it out in like 5-hour games, and then you're like, oh, I played 2 games, 10 hours of Starcraft. So,
yeah.
All right. I think that's going to be it.
Yeah, I also think so.